So what's up, everyone? Welcome back to your channel, Brighter Life Institute. I am Alicia. I want to talk to you today about people that gaslighting your reality, gaslighting you so that they make you doubt your own conclusion and the fact of what is happening truly in your life, what is really happening about what you're doing, and people that trying to change your reality to make you believe that you are losing your mind, or these things here is not truly what it seems like, and you're the one who doesn't understand, and this is truly what it is. People that gaslighting you are true manipulator and psychopath. Gaslighting is a term that came through a movie where a husband wanted to divorce his wife, and instead to bring this straightforward to say that he wanted to divorce her, he realized that if he divorced his wife, he has a lot to lose. So instead to lose anything, he decided to drive his wife literally crazy, making her doubt her own reality and insanity, and making her doubt her own self. So he started to gaslighting her. How did he gaslighting her? Every day he will say, "Darling, where is the key? I left the keys on the table." And she will say, "No, you left the keys in the kitchen. I saw you left it there." And you say, "No, I never left it there." Or you will say something to her, and then later, the next day, will say, "I never said it." You know what is really dangerous is when you are two people and something is happening between the two of you, and the other person keep saying and doing or putting you in some kind of thing with them where they constantly are telling you that what happened between the two of you or what was said was not what was said. When there's a third person, you can have this third person confirming to one of the partner, one of the people, that this one or this one was right. But when it's just two people, it can be really frustrating to crazy making to understand why is this person that told me certain things or doing certain things are saying that no, that's never happened, I never said it, I never done it. This is really, really hard, especially when it's your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband. Because with this kind of relationship, and also the relationship that you have with your friends and family, there is something really forward in those relationships, and that is trust. You trust them, and they suppose having your back, and you suppose having their back. This is not like a stranger in the street. If a stranger in the street telling you, "Oh no, yesterday you were wearing a blue," and you say, "No, I never wear the blue shoes," it doesn't affect you. But when the people the closest to you that suppose protecting you and you suppose having a relationship, a trust with, starting to crazy making you, gaslighting you. For some people, this can work. Be careful about it. Having people around us that doesn't back up our reality, doesn't validate how we feel, can make us, one, doubt ourselves, two, feeling low and suffering from low self-esteem, and three, we are burdened to trust what we feel. I want to go through with you few examples of gaslighting. And the first example I'm going to take is one that recently happened to me. I rent an apartment, this place that you see behind me. I don't see my landlord most of the time, and I thought he's a good man and I have a good relationship with him. I always pay on time, I keep things clean, I don't make any noise because I live alone. I thought there's no problem here, I'm quite happy in the place. Place is quiet, calm, I'm relaxed here, I'm comfortable, I feel at home, I feel safe. When I first moved here in this apartment, my landlord wanted me to pay an insurance called commercial insurance that costed 900 € a year. This insurance is on his name, so it doesn't protect me if anything happened. On top of this, the insurance that he wanted me to take is an insurance that doesn't protect also my belonging. So what's the point for me to pay a 900 € insurance when it doesn't protect me on anything? I'm just paying the insurance of somebody else. I first didn't want any issue because I was like, I just moved to the apartment, I don't want any problem. But then I was like, I need to say something, because if I don't say anything, I have to choose through different options that I would not need to look at. If I accept what this landlord is wanting from me, I will be obligated to take two insurance. One, paying his insurance that is not in my name, that is a commercial insurance. When I look deeper at that insurance, I figure out and find out that this is the insurance for the whole building. So I live in a building, and down to my apartment, to my building on the ground floor, there is a flower shop. Then there is another apartment. Then I have the two apartments above. So it's a big building. And also on the side of the building, there's an other area, and I don't know, it seems like the house is really really big. So this man basically wanted me to pay his insurance, the landlord insurance for the building, that no tenant is obligated to pay. Well, I didn't want to have any problem, but I refused to pay the insurance, who's 900 € a month, a year. That's a lot for an insurance that is not covering me. And I took the insurance that I suppose be taken, who's the tenant insurance that is about 11 € a month, and I'm very happy with it. Then recently, this landlord brought me another issue. He told me that there is a water bill for the building, and I need to send picture of my meter in my apartment to calculate how much I use it. I need to be honest with you guys, I was totally clueless about looking water bills, this calculation. I was a landlord before I had my house, but I never doubted what the water company and electrical company was asking from me. And also I had meters that was at card, so we saw how much we used, but I never really had any worry to doubt that my water company is lying to me. Well, this time in this situation, I have a meter, but my name is nowhere on that meter. It's the landlord name that is. And it seemed like there's one main water meter here. I had no concern that any problem was going to come out of this. When the problem came in, the landlord asked me to pay a 900 euro invoice. He sent me the copy of the invoice and I did not react. I did not react to what he was asking me because I trusted him, and I don't know how I reacted actually. He sent me an invoice and I did not really look at the invoice, and I just asked him how much I need to pay. He said 900 euro. I did not even look at the invoice. I have something with me since I'm a child, is when something bothering me or something unfair happened during the day, I seem to be analyzing things at night in my sleep, and if something is not right, it will pop up to me and will kind of show me, here, this situation here is not right. Here, this is what happened. So, for some reason, I felt like I needed to send the invoice to somebody to look at it, and I cannot point out why I felt like that, because I did not suspect anything wrong with the invoice. I did not really look at the invoice, to be honest. But yes, I decided to send it to a legal service. Those guys deal with everything to do with the contract of between tenant and landlord. I sent it, and I really did not expect the return that I got. The return I got from the service was, this invoice is exaggerated. This threw me out of my seat, because I thought they would say, oh, it's normal, everything is good. But the word exaggerated or over exaggerated invoice sent me, wake me up to say why they say that. So I contact back the person and ask, why are you saying this about this invoice? Then they indicated that in Brussels, one person, because I'm a single person, the maximum that one person can be using in 1 year is 33 to 44 cubic meter. In the invoice that I have not looked properly, it showed 187.67 cubic meter was used. When I compare the information they were giving me, I was like, wow, this is quite a lot. And then I realized, looking now properly to the invoice, that the date of this invoice was 8th of February to 13th of January 2023. I moved to my apartment on the 10th of June 2022. So this bill, during the time that this bill is covering, I was not in the apartment, in the building for the 4 months. So the period is not right. The consumption of water is extreme. But another thing for me out, because this landlord wanted me to pay 900 euro. The whole invoice is 698 euro. And that is not just for me, that is for the whole building. So everybody in the building need to pay this. But wait for the kicker. Not only this landlord is asking me 900 euro, more than what the invoice is asking him to pay during a period I was not even there. But when I sent him the picture of my little meter in my apartment, it's a passage meter, he came back to me and say that I used 171 cubic meter by myself on my own in 7 months, and the 2 other apartments, including the flower shop that is in the building. Between those two apartments only used 16 meter cube of water in 1 year, because they were here before I was here. This is crazy. So I started to ask questions to the landlord. Is this a normal thing? There is a leak. Is the person that was living here before was paying the same? And he's telling me they paid more. They used more water. They used 1,080 cubic meter apparently. That's like a using. That's like you are a company, an enterprise for the amount of water that is reporting for one person. So I started to send this to my lawyers, to all the mediation services, to the water company that sent that bills, and the water company told me it's impossible. The cost for one person in Brussels in 1 year, the max is 180. The calculation that we see here for you is 150 euro that you should pay, not 900 euro. The whole bill is 692 euro. Why is your landlord asking you 900 euro? This is insane. And saying that I use it more water than the flower shop that use it only, if you divide it, they only use it 6 cubic meter in 1 year. That's impossible. So I respond to this landlord and really try to not have any problem with this person, because I like my place. But it is impossible to not have a problem here, because he's the one who's causing the problem. So in the end, I told this man that I am not able to settle this payment for this water bill, because there are a lot of points that is not right. The period is not right. The cost is asking me is more than the invoice. The water usage for one person is here an usage for at least 8 people. And I'm not a balloon. I'm not a dolphin. I don't have a swimming pool in my apartment. So this doesn't make any sense. But where it doesn't make any sense is my usage of water is too high, and the usage of water of both apartment, the other apartment that are here, plus the flower shop are too low. That doesn't make any sense. Then I advised him that I think we need to go to a judge, because this doesn't make any sense. But as soon as I mentioned the judge, this man is saying there is a leakage. The whole way I've asked about leakage, and he said there is a leakage. I'm coming tomorrow to your apartment. I'm going to look. Again, I felt really uncomfortable. I'm like, there's something wrong here, because I did mention before the leakage in a possibility. He said no, there is no leakage. So I mentioned to him, why don't you come, and me and you are going to pay a plumber that's going to do a report, and this person is going to be independent. And they look, he refused it. He absolutely wanted to come alone in my apartment. I refused for him to enter my apartment because I lost trust on him in that time. There is no way somebody that is honest, that is real, that is fair, do not realize that something is just not right here. I suspected him to want to come to my apartment to cause a leakage, or to point out a leakage, to say that yes, there is leakage and you owe this money. Leakage or no leakage, where again it doesn't make any sense, is my consumption of water is too high even if I had a leakage, and where it doesn't make any sense is the consumption of water of the two of our apartment plus the flower shop is way too low. Impossible. This man trying to gaslighting me, making me doubt myself. It nearly worked. But where it didn't work, so everywhere I contacted, and I was very proactive on contacting people, contacting the right people, the specialists that gonna come in my home and look exactly where the problem is. This is too high, this is too serious, and I cannot even believe this is happening. They told me, Madam, it's impossible. You know it's impossible. Do not allow this man to make you doubt yourself. This is gaslighting. This is gaslighting in its pure form. This man is a psychopath, because he even went this far to say, yeah, we go to the judge, and then changing his version and say, I went to my commune, to the state, and he saw a service of mediation there, and they agree with him and they're going to speak to me. And I knew whoever is going to call me from that place, I don't want to take their call. They will have to write to me because I want their name, because there is no way those people are real people. There is no way that this person is a person that is doing his job as a mediator. This person is going down with the ship because I'm coming after them. This is insane. This man right now and this story is not going to just to settle at the judge situation. This is a serious situation, because those company asking me to look around the house to see if I see another meter, and I asked around and I looked around. There is none. This means my meter is the only one here. This is serious things, guys. If you have this, don't just settle at the mediation. Don't just settle at the judge. This is police situation. This is something that you need to report. So I wanted to share this example of gaslighting, because the man really tried to make me believe that everything is alright with this invoice. But furthermore than that is also the flower shop person, the flower shop lady, also tried to make me doubt my reality. But anybody outside of this building agree with me. It made me sad, really, truly, because I was happy in this place. But also I saw it as a blessing that this is happening in a time where I'm in a search of my new home. And I feel now I'm ready to go. I am ready to go from this place, because I cannot have such a energy around me. The thing with INFJ personality type, we do not like injustice. Do not go on a war regarding injustice on unfair situation with an INFJ. You will lose. For some reason and for somehow there's some kind of light with me, and everywhere I go, things get shaken. What is not right get put to the light. First, it's an inconvenience for me, but it's an energy that fuels me, that doesn't make me tired, but fuels me. I'm not looking for it, I'm not enjoying it, but I understand it stands by the justice. And here is the same. The other example I would like to share about gaslighting with you is the example that you have a partner, a boyfriend, a husband. You two agree to go somewhere on holiday, and your husband have offered to split the bill regarding spending during that holiday. You accepted the deal, sound great. Later, your husband put all the costs of the spending of that holiday into you. You're trying to kindly say to your husband, but that was not the deal. But then your husband will constantly saying, you misunderstood. You are the one that made that deal to pay the whole thing. And there was never a deal that this gonna be a share spending. This hurt a lot because here you're not crazy. Something like this, most of us remember what was agreed. Not only it's unfair, but it breaks your heart to see that the person that you put your trust, your body and everything else with is somebody now that try to gaslight in you, trying to make you believe in a reality that never happened and is unfair, somebody that is unfair. To keep the peace, you decide to accept it. You know it's unfair. You know that's not what was agreed. You know that you never agreed, and you were not the person in the first place that offered to split the bill for that holiday. But you decided, never mind. Let's keep the peace. Let me take all the cost on me. Later on, that person coming back with something else, and after you paid the whole things, try to tell you that you never paid anything toward that deal that was supposed to be split. You decided to still pay it, but now they're bringing something else to say that you didn't pay anything toward that spending that you paid all by yourself. That was never the deal. That's when you decide and you feel, now this is just too much. It's too much. You first did not keep your end of the deal. Then when I accepted to pay the whole thing, and I did, you're now coming back with something else to say, I have not paid you anything toward that thing that I paid. Guys, this is beyond disrespect. This is beyond gaslighting. This is beyond crazy making. I don't know what this is, but this, whoever you have this deal with, this situation with, even if you care about a person, this connection is over. This person, if they do something like this once and they're not doing it once now, I will say this is the second time, and it's a second time too much. This person doesn't want good for you. This person doesn't have good intention toward you. In this moment when this person is said that you didn't pay anything towards something that you actually paid, this person is really taking advantage of you. Gaslighting, people that gaslighting your reality to manipulate you. It's usually to manipulate you to do something or to believe something and to make you doubt yourself. This is extremely damaging, to be with people that make you doubt your own self, your insanity, to make you doubt who you are. It's a violation of the person to do that. It's mean and it's really damaging. If you get this going and happening for a very long time in your life, you'll be like a mushroom with yourself. You'll be so damaged, and you'll start to think that there's something wrong with you because you have someone or few people in your life that is gaslighting you, that never support your reality. Have you ever been with some people and you share how you feel, or you want to share what's happening to you, and they never agree with you? They always disagreeing with you. Never been in a relationship with anyone that always disagree with you. Disagreement can happen, but be with somebody that invalidate your feeling, your reality, and your need and everything else constantly. It's death. It's death for you and for anyone. Do not date people that is damaging you this way. They're damaging you mentally, physically, and really deep to your soul. You start to really believe there is something wrong with you. Let me tell you, before you believe there is something wrong with you, look around very closely to check if you're not surrounded by assholes, if you're not surrounded by snake, shark, toxic vampire, and people that are jealous of you, narcissists, and people that just full of bad intention towards you. Before you believe you're crazy, check around very well. Who is your friend? Who do you take the phone call to? Who do you take advice from? Who is the partner that is with you? Is it somebody that helping you to be a better person? So if it's helping you to be a better person, they usually will agree with your reality. And I'm not talking about agreeing about with your reality or not agreeing with your reality. It's not about that. It's about the certain people never support how you feel, never agree with your view. They do that because they have a high gain to have conflict with you. They don't want you to progress in life. They want you to stay down there, and agreeing with how you feel, what you want to do, your idea is actually the worst thing they can do for you. They don't want you to progress. They don't want you to do good. They are your enemy. And this is the reason you need to be very careful on looking who is around you. What feedback do you have from them? If it's always, you're always wrong, you always don't have a good idea, as soon as you open your mouth, they're laughing at you, then you know this is the kind of people you need to remove from your life. Either you stay alone and start to raising your confidence about yourself, or surround of people that applaud you, that are for you, that celebrate you, than people that tolerate you, that just want to take you down. Alright? So this is the video I wanted to share with you today. The message. These things about having people that gaslight in your reality. This is something really dangerous, especially when it's happening in close relationship, because you expect the people that you have a close relationship with to not change the reality, not change deal they made with you, or don't change things that you live together and you experience together. Always in a doubt, go check with other people that don't know you, what they think about the situation. That's what I did with the invoice my landlord gave me. Nobody in this world agree with this man. He's gonna find out who he's dealing with, because I do not like this kind of thing. INFJ personality do not like unfair treatment, and it's not personal to them, but for some way, somehow, when people are like this, the light just fall on them. The truth just come out, and it's coming. So I thank you today to have watched your channel, Brighter Life Institute. I am surely Alicia. I hope you enjoyed this video today. Subscribe and see you on the next video. Bye.